It's dubbed the Winter White House. The Mar-a-Lago estate is owned by US President Trump, and he and First Lady Melania Trump will host President Xi Jinping and Madam Peng Liyuan here on April 6th and 7th. The visit echoes the June 2013 meeting between President Xi and then US President Barack Obama, and follows the recent visit by Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and his wife, and it comes in the first 100 days of the new Trump administration, which still has to flesh out its policy on trade and other key issues. Welcoming the meeting, China says both countries should work together to make the global economy grow.
We believe that the essential and effective way to make sure the economic and trade relationship can bring more practical benefits to people from two countries is for both sides to work together to make the cake of mutual interest bigger and not simply fairly distributed.
The first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders follows the visit of the new U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson to Beijing, Seoul and Tokyo. The U.S. says it will get tougher on the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, perhaps with wider and deeper sanctions, and even military strikes are not being ruled out by Washington. The White House says there are other differences to discuss too.
I think this is an opportunity for President Trump to develop a relationship in person with President Xi. He's spoken to him on the phone a few times. But we have big problems, and I mean everything from the South China Sea to trade to North Korea. There are big issues of national and economic security that need to get addressed. And I think there's going to be a lot on the table when it comes to that over the 2 days that they will talk.
China also disagrees with the U.S. over the deployment of the THAAD anti-ballistic missiles in South Korea and the Trump administration's approach to climate change and potential arms sales to Taiwan. These visits are more than just about that. They're about establishing relationships for the future. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, there has been a tweet from Donald Trump. Let me read it to you. The meeting next week with China will be a very difficult one in that we can no longer have massive trade deficits. And he goes on to say, and job losses. And American companies must be prepared to look at other alternatives. An opening salvo in front of his Twitter followers. But of course, behind closed doors is what he says really matters. So we'll have to wait for that, Elaine.
All right, Nathan King in our newsroom.